And cleaner than I ever would be. It's cooler than Antarctica's weather would be. Damn, I think my swagger is a weapon to me. And dudes don't count you off the record to me. So don't be stepping to me, trying to shake my hand. I'm already the man, ain't trying to make your band. I feel the fact that I'm real, just make them mad. I be smoking helium to inflate my swerve. I'm fact that I'm real, just make them mad. I be smoking helium to inflate my swerve. I'm fly, yes, I'm high, yes. Every lady wanna get to this guy, yes. Go out tonight, I just might, yes. Style cleaner than yours, so don't buy, yes. I'm so debonair, so debonair. 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 You're not really seeing me, dog. Real talk. You feeling whacker than you ever would be. In mind, you think you would.
Hey, what's going on, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Y'all, I'm really enjoying getting up here and doing this again. We got some things to talk about, y'all. As you guys know, Cardi B, Nicki Minaj, Akbar V. Who's the other girl? Let's see. Young Miami, is it us? JT, Malibu, Miitch, and anybody else that was involved in this Queen's remix have been going at it on the internet. And so Azealia Banks has entered the rings, and she has some things that she wants to say. And so I feel like we need to talk about it over here on the SoDebNair channel. So let's go ahead and do it. Before we get into it, let's take care of the business of this channel. If you want to join my tribe, please stand by my side. Go ahead and subscribe. Turn on your notifications. Make sure you turn them on all so you get notified every time I go live. Like the video, share the video, comment in the comment section to keep me in the algorithm. Let's play the intro and let's get into it. Let's go.
I'm fly, yes, I'm high, yes. Every lady wanna get to this guy, yes. Go out tonight, I just might, yes. Style cleaner than yours, so don't buy, yes. I'm so debonair, so debonair. I'm so debonair, so debonair. I'm so debonair, so debonair. I'm so debonair, so debonair.
All right, and I am back. Let me go ahead and go through this comments real quick. What's going on, Chi-Town? She says, welcome to the home of SoDebNair. Please make sure you hit that like button and subscribe button and ring the notification bell so that you won't miss out on anything coming from the tribe. What's going on, Chi-Town? What's going on, Caramel Apple, Cheryl, Nola Reeves? What's going on, sis? What's going on, James? Hey, what's going on, Mace? Miss Robin? Who else got Winnie? 267, Sassy Peach, Miss Genevieve. What is going on, everybody in the chat? So we are going to talk about that. I'm gonna give people a little bit of time to get in here. As you guys know, I am getting back into the algorithm. What's going on, Pink Dynamite? Let me see. I think I had something else I can pull up. Have you guys seen Omarion lately? He's thirst trapping. Let's see. I guess since the boys messed him up with the B2K thing, we doing pull-ups and showing people a penis. I get off the audio. I get the audio off of this. And I'm not even on my Mac. Dang it, how do you turn off the daggone audio? Because I need to turn this off from Azealia Banks. Oh, no, I'm Azealia Banks. I can keep it on. Well, let's just play it. It's real quick. What's going on? Omarion is thirst trapping, okay? I'm sure they won't flag me for this, that little bit of music. But yeah, so Marion's thirst trapping out here in the streets. I guess there's no more music coming. The B2K stuff is over. And so I guess we showing off the penis, okay? Now this video that we're going to play from Azealia Banks, they're probably going to demonetize the video because there's a lot of cussing in this video. And so you guys know you can support the channel. What's going on, Oval? What is going on? You guys know you can support the channel through my Cash App, my PayPal, and my Zelle. Let me make my screen not so big because I feel like I'm like all up on here. Y'all, PCs really bother me. I'm gonna just leave it like this. Okay, so let me pull up Azealia Banks so we can get into this. I think she said some things that made some sense. I'm not sure if you guys have seen it, but she said some things that make sense. And I kind of want to get into the female rappers before all this, you know, before there was a Nicki Minaj. Yes, here we go. Share screen. Oh, thank you, Sassy Peach, for the super sticker. Thank you so much. All right, so let's pull up her what's the name, her story, so we can get to what's going on. Do I have to log in for this? Hold on, y'all. I gotta log in. What is I don't even know what my IG password is. Oh, okay, Miitch, you seen it? She said she was all the way right. Hold on, y'all, because I gotta find out what my password is to Instagram. I'm gonna play the intro real quick one time so I can figure this out.
I'm feeling cleaner than I ever would be. It's cooler than Antarctica's weather would be. Damn, I think my swagger is a weapon to me. And dudes don't count you off the record to me. So don't be stepping to me, trying to shake my hand. I'm already the man, ain't trying to make your band. I feel the fact that I'm real, just make them mad. I be smoking helium to inflate my swerve. I'm fact that I'm real, just make them mad. I be smoking helium to inflate my swerve. I'm fly, yes, I'm high, yes. Every lady wanna get to this guy, yes. Go out tonight, I just might, yes. Style cleaner than yours, so don't buy, yes. I'm so debonair, so debonair. 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 You're not really seeing me, dog. Real talk. You feeling whacker than you ever would be. In mind, you think you would.
All right, y'all figured it out. I figured it out. All right, let me share my screen again. That intro is pure fire. I just love it. Thank you. Thank you. What's going on, Just Simply? What's going on? And I love you too, Sassy Peach. Let's see. I'm high. I'm alive. Everyone gets this guy. Okay. All right. Let me pull it up again, y'all. I figured out how to log in.
Hello, this is Azealia Banks. I am here in Home Depot to tell all you fucking rap bitches that got some fucking chicken head ass fucking bitches. The fact that this bitch that would not give a fuck about you on any other fucking day, would never collab with you, never share her platform with you, is making all you bitches risk your own fucking platforms, your own fucking shit, like your own reputations to do her dirty work that this pussy ass bitch is too scared to fucking do. All of y'all bitches look stupid and y'all bitches are some doja ass fucking bitches. Some doja ass fucking bitches. Y'all bitches, each and every one of y'all. Each and every one of y'all. Now, I hold myself in high esteem because I'm more than a fucking female rapper. I'm a fucking talented musician. I would never fucking mention any of you dumbass. And what's the saddest?
And y'all, this is pretty long. So just bear with me because I really, throughout all the cussing and stuff that she's giving out, she's saying some real things because it's like she wants these girls to know their worth. And I rock with it. It's not a lot of things that Azealia Banks says that I really get down with, but this I'm riding with her on it. So just bear with me and excuse all the cussing.
The hardest part about it is that a lot of y'all bitches for a long time, y'all was in Cardi phase, like, oh, we like you, we like you. I came straight out the gate asking niggas in hip hop, like, excuse me, okay, like, okay, I've been talking shit and y'all calling me mentally ill, but this bitch is saying the same fucking shit and y'all giving her all the fucking credit. It turned into a beef from there, but in the very beginning, I always supported fucking Cardi B. I was always like, yo, that's my like little like Spanish mommy, like homegirl from fucking like, you know, middle school. Like nigga, I'm from fucking Washington Heights, like right there on the border, like Washington Heights and Harlem. Like I know that girl. I know so many girls like her. And the fact that all y'all bitches is letting y'all like Spanish girl jealousy fly right now is so fucking dusty. And Cardi, come on, come on. Stop taking the fucking bait. Stop taking the bait. You did shit that like niggas in rap can't even fucking do. Like you're
True story, Mace. True story. I like this comment. They are going to be tricked out of a spot they didn't even have yet, and that's just why I love what Azealia is saying. What's going on, Janet Holiday? How you doing? And welcome to the welcome back to the chat. We watching. If you guys are just not tuning in, we're watching Azealia Banks. She's addressing what's been going on with the female rappers right now on Twitter that are falling for this thing with Nicki Minaj. And you know, I understand that they want to be connected to Nicki because they feel like this is going to give them a spot, but it's not good. Like it's making them fall for something that's not going to work for them later on. So we're going to keep playing the audio.
You're like you got a diamond single. You know what I'm saying? You got a Grammy. You know what I'm saying? This bitch has been in the game how many fucking years, and she had to share her first Grammy. That's why she's fucking mad. She's fucking mad. She's mad because she lost. Let her take.
And she had to take that back because Nicki Minaj doesn't even have a Grammy. So let's keep moving.
That L and you stay out of it, please. Don't let none of these bitches that have not put no work in, or that don't got no swag, they don't got no fucking like no clever lyrics, no nothing. Like who, like why are you talking to these girls? Leave these dirty bitches where the fuck they are, please. These bitches still getting their nails done for $10 at MV, eating $3 holla plates. Oh wait, excuse me. Her first number one single with another bitch. I forgot. Nicki still doesn't have a Grammy.
See?
Okay, so talk your shit. Talk your shit. But don't walk into this shit with these fucking whack ass bitches. Cause Nicki's a whack bitch. Nicki's a whack bitch. She's a whack bitch. And whatever blood nigga that she got with her, he can't make no fucking moves anyway. That nigga's a fucking sex offender. Any fucking move he makes, that nigga's going to jail for life. For life. Like, please. Like after all this like personal growth that we've seen you do in the public and everything, the last thing I want to fucking see is you in jail. Let this bitch die. Yeah, bitches. I hope your bitches at least getting some money, cause you know like the quality of bitches that Nicki's trying to pick to like send out to Cardi, y'all all broke. With the exception of fucking JT, which I'm very disappointed in that. Cause JT, like you're my favorite city girl. What the fuck are you doing in the middle of this? You're a fucking star. You're a bona fide star, girl. Don't be letting these fucking weak ass bitches gas you up to be in some fucking bullshit. No, ain't you got your money? Look where the money is. The money is with Cardi. The money is not with Nicki. Nicki can't even afford her hairdresser right now. Okay? She got the baby eating fucking canned corn and sucking on chicken bones and shit. You know what I'm saying? Where's his fucking apples?
Facts.
Like, clearly the bitch can't afford fresh produce. So what are you doing, JT? You are too pretty. You're too pretty. You're too fucking pretty to be looking like that. I still never even fucking heard the song.
And I want to comment on her saying something about JT being pretty. Because I was watching Armand's channel, and Armand was talking about how JT kind of has, well, allegedly she has like a low self-esteem. She may not feel like she, is as good looking as some of these girls. JT is a beautiful girl. And I hate that if that's the possibility or she feels that way, I do hate that she feels that way about herself if that's true, because JT's beautiful. Like, she's a really good looking girl. So for her to, I don't want her to mess up herself. And I noticed that her sister really didn't get involved in this at all. She was basically like, girl, all I got to say is with an exclamation point, and she let it go. She didn't really jump into this beef like all the rest of these girls are doing. And I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that she is dealing with Diddy right now. And Diddy's like, listen, let them beef. You got what you got going on. She just won that award for the BET Hip Hop Awards for her show, Carisha Please. And she only got 6 episodes. So that's a big deal, because she was going up against like the Drink Champ. She was going up against, what is it? The other show, the Breakfast Club, like a lot of black shows that are big shows. Carisha Please won over them for the BET Awards. I know we don't really look at a BET Award like a credible award a lot of times, but we have to start supporting our own shows. And so that's a big deal. I'm going to read some of y'all's comments before I keep playing the rest of it. Chi-Town said, well, damn. Carmel Apple said, I hope she realizes that every word she speaks on, she will reap later. Words do hurt people. Yes, and I'm not sure if you're talking about Azealia. Azealia, she doesn't really care. And like I said, the cuss words are harsh. And I'm not a big Nicki Minaj slander person. I do wish she was a nicer person. But, I just have fallen off of the whole thing with her because I don't like the mess part. Like, and I want, after we get done watching this, I want to talk about the female rappers that came before her and how there was unity with these girls. What's going on, Carol? And May said, JT is gorgeous, and she is. Carmel Apple says, yes, I'm following you, SoDeb. Okay. Our shows need to be black then, because BET is not anymore. And I agree. All right, so let's keep going.
I still never even fucking heard the song. I really don't want to hear it, because I don't want to hear some fucking 40-year-old bitch that just like push it or fucking like, ew, afterbirth placenta, like, yeah, your bowl probably ripped on the table. You probably had to stitch that shit up too. Like, no, I don't want to hear about your like cheesy healing fucking pussy. Smell like cheese whiz, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, yeah. Nigga, like, I got fucking relatives that have had babies before. I know you shitted on a delivery table, bitch.
Oh my God.
And the funniest shit is, once all of y'all bitches find out that this is what Nicki Minaj is doing for album promo, you know what I mean? That y'all bitches, like, she sees, like she's like, let me confuse all these bitches and knock all these bitches off and have all these bitches all fucking all over the place, so that because nobody really likes me anymore. So I gotta do something to get these bitches out of the fucking way, so somebody can pay attention to whatever weak ass shit I'm about to fucking release. I hope that when y'all figure out that y'all are all being used for album promo, that y'all got that same energy, that same fight me energy. Because I would love to see Nicki get her shit rocked.
Okay, Carmel.
I would love it. Because I know you can't fight. And everybody know you ain't no fucking gangster. And when this bitch come out with this album, and none of y'all bitches have been invited to fucking participate, you know what I'm saying? When none of y'all bitches are on the record, because Nicki knows it'll be a flop if all of y'all bitches are on the record, because none of y'all bitches could really fucking rap. And none of y'all bitches, ain't nobody knows who any of y'all bitches are. Like, I hope it will all have been worth it.
Right.
She's not putting y'all on the record.
Right.
She's not.
Right.
Because she don't like y'all. Quit it, bitches. Now, or y'all little barbs on the internet talking shit, or y'all little church gays, you know what I'm saying? Like little church gays that don't know whether they coming or going or whatever the fuck. Y'all talking shit, bitch. I'm about to sign to fucking Warner. How about that? Azealia Banks is back in the motherfucking building. Yes. And y'all bitches are so fucking stupid. Like, y'all bitches are so fucking stupid. Like, okay, whatever. Like, yeah, okay, the black girl says something wrong, and then, you know, she gets penalized and she gets pushed out. But, nigga, do you know how much money I make off of this fucking, off of fucking gay men's assholes a fucking month? And a matter of fact, there will be 2,000 bars of Pussy Boy on the doorstep tomorrow morning. So get ready for that. But, nigga, this is America. Capitalism reigns supreme. Okay? There's more than one way to fucking skin the cat. I got a house, bitch. Off y'all buttholes. Off y'all fucking buttholes. Oh now I'm ready to come back in this bitch swinging. I'm swinging. I'm swinging. It's so funny because y'all little loudmouth ass gay boys that got all the time to be on the fucking internet. I know y'all not getting no fucking trade because the trade don't like no loud mouth fucking. He don't like it. He don't like it. That's why y'all sit on the fucking internet all day trying to get the girls to fight so we look bad to the trade.
You would look bad.
No, bitch. Go outside and get some dick. Go do something with. Go do some gay shit, nigga. You don't got gay activities to do. Fucking rotten pussy ass. Get some pussy boy. And then maybe you could be like me.
Maybe you could be like.
Maybe you could be like me. No, but honestly, like gay stands. Especially the gay stands that like to be on the internet, like, you know, thinking that they're like somebody or whatever, like whatever little like stand pages and shit. Like, bitch, get a real job. Get a real job. Add something to society. You know, because for the last 10 years, okay. For the last 10 years, there's like stand pages that have been like active for fucking like the 10 years that I've been in the spotlight. And y'all have been sucking my click for all of those 10 years. So do you like dick or not? That's all I want to know. Because y'all love to suck girl click. What is that? Because trust me, through this pussy boy thing, I have learned a lot.
All right, that's all I'm gonna do. I didn't watch all that stuff. I don't really. The end of it, it was wow. I didn't hear the end of that. I was really trying to talk about the rap girl stuff. I get what she's saying though when it comes down to the gay boys that support her though, that troll her on the internet. I do get it. The words I ain't with, but I do get what she was saying when it comes down to them. I want to go back up to Mace's comment. Mace said, other than the financial gain and the worms that Puffy is giving Young Miami, at least she's around a person that can teach her how to maneuver in that industry. And that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, she needs to like spill some of that information to her sister. What's going on together? We Break Chains Productions. Shytown says, why did I get your notification? YouTube is smoking. I don't know. You know, I'm working on it, I guess. Cardi's very crazy, so is Nicki. Both needs to chill. Yeah, I know. This is when she starts about the gay boys and stuff. Yes. So apparently, she has this product called Pussy Boy. It's an intimate cleaning bar. And I guess the gays is buying it. A lot of gay people do support her, and they do kind of give her a lot of leeway, because a lot of the people who support like these crazy people on the internet, like they don't like it. So they support her because she does speak out against a lot of things that it just don't make sense and it's just too much. Even though she's a lot to deal with. Val said this chick is wild. I can't. On Twitter last night, Cardi was actually on the corner of the Bronx. Yeah, I saw that. That was for that girl. What was her name? Hold on. For Malibu Miitch. Yes. Wait, she lost me. What is she talking about? I didn't see that part. So Dev, you get a thumb, but this chick is too wild. Yes. That's why I turned it off. But so I want to go back to the yes, what's going to protect my energy? It's Malibu Miitch. So I want to go back to the female rappers and why this is really problematic, especially for people that's our age. We grew up with Missy, Little Kim, Eve, who else? Lauryn Hill, Left Eye. I don't really think Foxy Brown was in that mix. But most of those girls, like, they were able to really work together. The female unity was a thing. And I hate the fact that they are creating this narrative where the female rappers can't work together. The Brat, what's on Rain One? Do-Wop Brown, I don't know what that means. Or is that an artist? I don't know. Even Shauna, Trina, like, those girls was working together and they were really doing things. Nicki Minaj, to me, this is my own personal opinion, and I'm not being slanderous towards her because I know the barbs come over here and they get a little crazy or whatever, but she's destroying the fact that we could have that with these girls. These girls are really breaking chains as far as female rappers go right now in the industry, and she's destroying them one by one by creating this beef because of Foxy Brown. Yes. She's destroying the unity that they could have because of that. Because we have our Megan Thee Stallions, we have our Cardi B's, we have even our Nicki Minaj, we have, JT and Miami. They're not, to me, they're not the best rappers, but they can make a hit. You know what I'm saying? And these new girls, we got, not forget about Lotto, and we got Glorilla, who just now coming out. She has the #1 hit. Like, the girls are doing a thing right now, but with her causing this division, we'll never get a real, like, another Not Tonight, aka Ladies Night, like Little Kim did, where it's really like unity with these girls. And I hate the fact that these girls are letting her do this to them. No, they were fighting, but we didn't have the internet. I interned for Def Jam, and the girls were fighting. See, and I didn't know. I don't think they all had unity like that. But I'm saying, like, when it came down to Little Kim and Missy and like Eve, who else was like working with them a lot? Trina, like, they wasn't beefing. At least I didn't know. They weren't beefing like that. So it's just like, to me, I would love to see that versus this internet crap. Nola says, even when they had beef, they were still able to work together. Right. It wasn't all this foolishness. And I am going to drop the link. I want some people that's, from our, our era of doing it, watching this, like, to come up and let's talk about it, because I don't want to watch this. Like, for real, it's irritating to me. Val said, no respect comes with jealousy. Absolutely. And Rain said, right. What's going on, Cindy? Nikki is almost 40 and the girls are in their almost in their 20s, and she's totally manipulating them. And I hate to see it. I hate to see it, because, like Azealia Banks says, whether we want to agree with her or not, with her antics and how she said it or what she did, she's right. Because when it comes down to her album, she's only going to use the girls who can actually make her a hit. She was the feature girl for the most of it. Like, she wasn't that girl when it came down to albums. She was the feature girl, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with her being the feature girl, because I was watching something the other day where they was, what's going on, Nola? I was watching something the other day where they had Eve had came up and she had performed for Missy and she did the Hot Boys remix. I never will forget that, because when it was Eve, it was Nas, like, it was just a dope time to be alive and to see them collaborate like that. What's going on, Nola?
Nothing. I'ma just say this, and people probably gonna be mad at me, but I don't really care. I feel like they arguing about who the best artist at trash music. Some of it be,
Mm,
but majority of it is really trash. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of it is the same thing. You know what I'm saying? We are
right,
arguing. It's so many ways of saying how good their coochie is. Like, what else you
right.
got to offer out there? I think that's the difference in the music today as well. Like back then, Queen Latifah, the Brad, Missy, we got more than I could feel
Yes,
you good, fly me out, buy me a bag. You know
right,
what I'm saying? So
right.
to and it, like I said, it's just my opinion. Um, that is trash. Like, don't get me wrong. I like, I'm gonna twerk it out as much as I can. You know what I'm saying? But at some point, I need my music to have more substance than fly me out, buy me a bag, come shake my ass. You want this cat? I'm paying you
Right,
friend and all the rest of it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right,
what you got to offer?
right. What's going on, Cindy?
Hey, how are you?
I am good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I won't stay on too long, but I had to chime in because that, from the era that you're talking about with like Queen Latifah, it was Yo-Yo, it was
Yeah.
MC
MC Light.
Light,
Yep.
all of those girls, and then the younger ones came around and they just kind of incorporated with each other, so then we had the Left Eyes and the Lil Kims and all of that. Like they weren't hating on the women that came before them. So it's so weird to me that Nicki is so obsessed with Cardi, who's in her 20s, and she's just another wave of what she helped to carry on as well. But I find it interesting that Nicki has never been able to go back to the older people really, and really show them genuine love until she started getting heat about it. Like,
Right,
she basically took Lil Kim's style, never gave her credit, never did anything, but she wants these girls now to bow down to her and act like she's the queen.
right,
And I'm not trying to negate her contributions, to the rap game. Yeah, she made her contributions, but the colored hair and the poses and the even the rap flow was Lil Kim. So
right.
don't now act like these girls have to, kiss your feet. And she's basically, in my opinion, laughing at these girls. She's like using these girls. I
Right.
felt so embarrassed for JT when she was on, making her re-rap an old rap that she wrote about her dissing
It
her.
was so
And
embarrassing.
it was so embarrassing. And I'm like, girl, you don't have to do this. Like
Right,
you have made it now. Like, I mean, if you don't like somebody, you don't have to like them, whether she puts them on a record or not.
right.
We all have our different tastes. Don't sit there and, giggle and embarrass yourself by letting this woman make fun of you, because like next year she's not going to even be thinking about a JT. She doesn't
Right.
care
She's
about
probably never
this
gonna do another
girl.
collaboration with her ever again.
Right. So I mean, just this is ridiculous now at this point. And I know that, I agree with everybody telling Cardi, just don't respond.
Don't
She
respond. Yeah.
just don't respond. But we have to also keep in mind, Cardi is 25, what, somewhere around there. She's
Yeah.
she's from the street. She's hood. She's about that life. She's not mature enough, in my opinion, to be like, okay, I'm just gonna let it go. I would let it go because that,
Yeah,
silence
she's
is
20, she's
worse.
29.
Okay, 29. But she's in her 20s. So Nikki has
Yeah.
been picking on this girl since, she came out basically. So for
Right.
like 6 years, she was even younger. So why is she so obsessed with this young girl? What did she
It's like
see her?
it's
So
like your
what?
big cousin or like you being in school and older kids are picking on you. Like at some
Exactly.
point you just get tired of it.
At some point you just get tired, and I think that's why she keeps responding. And again, we never heard a peep from any of these girls against Cardi until Nicki started manipulating them and puppeteering them in,
Right.
so
Right.
and the fact that they're letting it continue is ridiculous. I feel like Nicki is too old to be saying choose me or her.
Right.
Are we in junior high school? Why can't they like
She
both of you
needs to be
guys?
going to her people that's up in age with her saying that, not these young girls.
Thank you. Thank you.
You know what I'm
That's my
saying?
point. That's my point.
Yeah.
She's not going back and forth with Lil Kim doing this. She's not going back and forth
Well,
with,
because little Kim won't go back and forth with her, so she can't do
that's
that.
what I'm
So what she
saying. So
does
she
is that she
can't
does it
do
with
it.
these younger girls because she knows that they will do it. And the fact
Exactly.
that she had, I was say Glorilla, the fact that she had that Mitch girl and
Right.
Cardi B in the Bronx, I'm outside and I'm doing all this stuff, and I love Cardi B for doing it because it's like I'm not afraid of you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's her
That's what
making her
she's
that
basically
point.
saying,
Yeah,
yeah, you were the queen and all of that stuff, and she's not trying to take away from that. She never has. But she's just like, I think she's just tired of it, and I think it's easy for us to be like, girl, just don't respond and pay them dust. It's easy
right.
for us to say that, but when somebody keeps picking and picking and picking at you, I think she's just tired, and she's young. She's like, leave me alone. I just want to, do what I'm doing. Just be over there.
So I want to connect to two things because Karma I just posted something, but I want to read this one first. She is blessed. She's a blessed one. Said this. Someone is going to get hurt if they keep on. It's a Tupac and Biggie in the making. And now this is what I automatically thought when I first started seeing
Yep.
this.
Yep.
And then Carmel Apple said it's deeper than that because they are both in blood gangs, so that becomes their family from back in the day. And so we already watched this go on, and I love
Yep.
that She's a Blessed One said this. We've already watched this with the two men who are not here anymore. These guys
Yep.
are legends in the rap community, but they're not even here to get celebrated. So
That's
why would you
right.
go down the same path of that?
Right. And again, I mean, they were, it was only, not only the gang connection, but it was also that East Coast, West Coast. I thought it was
Right,
stupid then,
right.
like, I mean, I was living it, and
And
I
they were
thought it
like
was
two different.
stupid.
They were two different gangs too. But I'm just
Two
saying,
different.
it's
Yeah,
still gang affiliated. But we've already
absolutely.
watched this with the two guys who were gang affiliated, who they both got off, and
Right.
no one won in that situation. So then why would you do this? You know what I mean?
Right, right, and we've seen it play out. And again, like Nikki, I mean, if there's picture next to the definition of bully, that's what she's doing. But I really think that she's miserable. If she was really happy in her life,
Yeah.
and with her life choices, she
Hmm.
wouldn't even be worried about what Cardi B is doing or anybody else. And that's
Right.
what I'm saying. At this point, it's like a sick obsession that she has with that girl because she's not at the top anymore. Nikki is not
Right.
at the top anymore. She's getting older. Like the pink hair and the baby girl, baby doll dresses, and the little high pitched girl rap that she used to do. It's done now. And I'm not saying that it wasn't good and we weren't bopping to her music back in the day. But what I'm saying
Right.
is, like, things have changed. Like, I think she's having a really hard time with, getting older and not being, that girl anymore. Now there are so many other girls that are popping up on the scene, and I don't think she likes it, but she's using them to even further bully. And I just feel
But
like
the
that's not right.
But the perfect thing for her to do is go to the other girls who are before you, who
Yeah,
are still making music. Because Kim's still trying to make music. She has a good relationship with Foxy Brown, even if it wasn't Kim. She has a good
right,
relationship with Foxy Brown, and I think she has one with Lauren Hill, if I'm not mistaken. Like, if you're not in this level of girls, go to the
right,
girls that are above. Because there's no one that, to be honest, there's no one around her time, because besides Remy Ma, which she can never do anything with, because she
right,
would never apologize to what she did with her. But
right,
these girls would, I mean, it would be good to see them do something together, but she's so busy tearing these other girls down that
right.
we can't get any good music from her because she's so busy tearing people down on the damn internet.
Right, but I think also too, I really feel like she needs to look at her life choices. Now, at this
Yeah.
point, look at your life choices. Nobody told her to tie herself in with her husband, right? Who has
Yep.
all of those extended affiliations as
Yep.
well. But he can't do anything because, like Azealia, I'm sorry, yeah, like Azealia said, if he does anything, he'll be sent
That's
away
it.
for life.
Yeah.
So, like, why you can't even use him as the muscle, so to speak, anymore. So
Right.
that's nobody's fault but her own. So once again, don't be miserable and take it out on everybody else because you made that choice. you
Right.
know like, I mean, why isn't she worried about, like, taking care of her son instead of being on the internet every day? It's embarrassing for her to be at her status and level. She's really tainting her legacy by
Right.
behaving like a child. You
Right.
know, like I just feel like it just needs to stop. These girls need to stop letting her bully them and be like, "Well, come on my show and give me my props." Basically, she's begging for them begging them to give her her props, so to speak. And I'm just kind of like, when you really truly earn it, you don't have to do
Alexa,
that.
turn the light on.
Do that.
Right. Carmel Apple
No,
said Nikki did a lot of things to stop following. Nikki did a lot. I had to stop following her on Instagram page because
yeah,
of her barbs. She do the most, and I think that's her other downfall is her fan base. Oh
I
shoot!
agree.
Her fan base is really destroying her legacy.
Yep.
Because and I wish that and again, the sad part is that her fan base are Cardi's age and
Yep,
younger.
that's right. And
And then
younger.
she's 40. And it's like the thing is that if she just took a moment in time and said, you know what, I need to change this shit around real quick because
Yes.
something is not working. She had a whole 7-year run where she decided to be a feature. That's her
Right.
own fault. She didn't decide to
Yep.
work on her own music. She wanted to be a feature. So she made a decision. Nicki Minaj, hands down, was the best feature artist those 7 years that nobody. She did her thing, right?
Yes, she
And
did.
so
She did.
you have to celebrate her on those things because she did that. But
Yes.
if it's not anybody else's fault that you not put that energy into your own music,
Yep, that's right. And
and you
and
can't
also,
fault
like,
nobody else for that.
right, and also, but for her also, not just the fans being, I feel like they're the worst fan base I've ever seen, ever. Okay. But I just feel like her egging them on,
Mhm.
and laughing and liking stuff. Like, why do you have time to do this? Don't you have to
Right,
put your kid to bed or feed him or
right.
something? Like, I mean,
She was like up for 3 days, like for like over
yeah,
like on the internet bashing people. Like it didn't make any sense. What's going
bashing
on,
And
man?
then
people.
she's too old. Like at this
Yes,
point,
Yes.
how old are you? Like, why are you even competing? Hey,
that's what
Dad.
I'm
Hello. How are
saying.
you? Why are you even competing with Cardi? Like, this was like really crazy to me because she's like my age. Like, I'm 44. Why are you back there competing with Cardi? If you don't like the girl, just
Hmm.
shut up.
Right.
Right.
Like, it doesn't even make any sense. It's like you should be up there competing with Nicki Minaj, you should, with Little Kim and
Right.
Remy Ma. Like, what happened? Where's the Shifa? Like, you didn't
Well,
even
she can never go back
respond
up.
to Shifa.
But she
She
couldn't
can never go
compete.
back
She
up against
couldn't.
Remy Ma because Remy Ma destroyed her in one
She
song that she had
destroyed
taken out of
her.
the internet, and we
Yep.
still remember it. So we know that she can never go back up against Remy Ma. Like it's not a thing.
And if
Right.
you're the queen, like she is, like Nicki has accomplished a lot. She has opened
Yeah.
a lot of doors for a lot of these artists, and a lot of these
Yeah.
artists do look up to her. But for you to be conducting yourself like that is just horrible. Like, you with the fan base and you egging the fans on, like, and this is a child compared to you. It's like you
Right.
fighting your daughter. You old
Right.
enough to be her mother. Why are you?
Right.
Why? And
Right.
Right.
like at this point, you're
Now,
And
not
I
twerking
don't think
because she's
I don't think
twerking
she has
dust. Like, you
anybody
can't compete with
around.
these girls. You see
Yeah,
her
I
right.
new
don't think
video?
she has
She's trying to
anybody
pop and lock
around.
and move like this. Girl, you are twerking dust at this point. Stop.
Right, but
I
You
think
can't
people
compete.
she
The,
from
but
just
our
again,
era
she
of
has
watching this,
she
like we look at this as like this is so sad, and like her fan, like the Barbs who are like they're in their 20s and in between their 20s and 30s, they're happy for this because they like the mess. But when it comes down to people that are her in her age range who watched her career, because I ain't gonna lie, I do have a clip like when I was when I had my radio show when she first came out, I didn't like her because I was like, what is she? I think I said something like, is she a blow up doll? She's Lil Wayne. But as she went on, like I really started to like her. And then, she had her little 7 years where it was just her, and I think it was Iggy Azalea. That was all. It was just her. It was just those two. And I'm
yep.
like, okay, she's doing her feature. She was with Ludacris. She was Trey Songz. She had the stuff with Young Money. Like she was doing her thing as a feature. And I'm like, maybe that's what she came on to be. Because I mean, we saw that with Little Mo as an R&B artist. She came on to be a feature.
Yep.
Nicole Ray, the same thing. So I'm like, oh, maybe she's doing it like that. There was nothing wrong with it. But then it comes down to people like, oh, well, I have a whole album with Cardi B, and now you're upset. But ma'am, you made the decision to be a feature.
Right.
You know
But
what I'm
but
saying?
also,
she
so
doesn't
Deb,
understand. She's playing a dangerous game because these are young girls. These are
Yeah,
young
yep.
girls. These are young girls from the streets. These are young
yeah,
girls that got microwavable success. They
yeah,
didn't go through artist development. I
yeah,
interned for A&R for Def Jam. These people was there for years Foxy Brown was signed to Def Jam for about 4 years before you even heard anything from her. She had to go through artist development. These artists are just going on Instagram, SoundCloud, and stuff like that, becoming millionaires and famous overnight. They not used to people back and forth because they're still used to the streets.
Yeah.
Like they're still used to the streets. And by you egging this stuff on, somebody could seriously get hurt because everybody want to prove that they're better than the next.
Yeah.
Because they're still in that mentality.
Right. What you saying, Cindy?
For Cardi to even be responding, like, girl, you got too much money, and to be even responding to these people. But she's still there. She's still halfway. She's halfway out. She got 1 foot in Hollywood and 1 foot in the Bronx still.
True.
Like, I'm from the area they're from. I'm from High Bridge.
Hold on, Max, because Cindy was saying something.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was just going to say that, you know, also, where are her, you know, first of all, let's all be honest too. Nikki was never like, you know, pro girls in the industry.
Ever.
She isolated herself. She isolated herself. And now that she's heading towards the kind of like, you know, plateau of her career, now she's trying to bring these girls in, but it's only to bully, right? And they weren't even portraying that themselves that way about their own personal beef. So why would they do that for this lady that, you know, that just is pulling them in out of the blue when she didn't want to be bothered with them? And also, where is her circle? Like, where's her circle of people that should be telling her that she should not be doing this? Like, Cindy, I mean, you can see.
I was thinking this because we haven't seen her with Lil Wayne and Drake.
Right, I was just about to say that. So I was about to say, like, and her circle of all those dudes that she was coming out with at the very, very beginning, you can see that they have distanced themselves from her. So somebody needs to tell her, like, you know, look, I get that you might be having a struggle with this. Let's talk about something else, but this is not the way. Because if somebody gets hurt, she's going to be fading back into the bushes, like, because she was quiet after she was quiet for like 2 years. You know, Remy burnt her to the ground. She couldn't even respond to that. So now it's like, what are you going to do? You're going to cause one of these young girls that clearly have low self-esteem to, you know, get hurt possibly because you're sitting there being jealous of Cardi B? Like, this is ridiculous.
Right.
Where are her people to tell her?
And the thing that I hate the most is this, you know, write a rap thing. I'm going to just be honest with this. I hate that. Because the thing is this, Cardi B might not have wrote a rap, but what them people who wrote for her did for her career has done way better than any of these girls who wrote their damn raps, okay? Let's be honest about writing a rap. Nicki ain't wrote a rap that did what on any album that she has had that did what it did for Cardi B. JT haven't. Who else is going up against her?
Akbar.
None of them.
Right. And really, let's really be honest and say this too. Like, there are a lot of greats that are legends that didn't write their own material. Michael Jackson was not like a Prince. Prince wrote and played his stuff, right? But they were both still great. It's how you portray
Whitney Houston too.
Thank you, Whitney too. Like, these are legends. These are legends.
Oh, my phone is dying. I gotta get out of here. My phone is dying. But you know what? It is not even a point that she writing her rap. That's what she tried. Oh, she doesn't write her rap, so that didn't work. Because at the end of the day, she may not write them, but her delivery is on point.
And that's all that matters.
That's all that matters. It's the performance. Yep. When we go to see a play and we see the thespians up there, we're not saying, "Hey, who wrote this?"
Did you write the play?
When I'm dancing to a song and I'm dancing to a song, I ain't gonna stop in the middle of the song. Like, wait, pause that. Right. Did she write that? Did she write it?
That's what I wanted to
write it.
Yeah, right. That's what I want. That's what I really want.
That's Nola.
Yes.
Hey, Nola.
Hey, Nola. That's what I wanted to. That's what I really want her fan base.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye, mates.
You know, that's what I want her fan base to really understand. Like, you know, when that they're going so hard with this no rap and stuff, but it doesn't make you less talented if you can deliver, if you have an image that people like. I mean, that's the one thing with, I think, that drives Nicki crazy, is because to me, Nicki seems unhappy and doesn't seem like a very nice person. And I think that Cardi kind of burst on the scene. People liked her personality. She's a fun girl. She's relatable, you know, Yeah, and she doesn't like that because that's not what she's about. But people like that girl. I mean, she has come a long way from the Cricket Teeth and her being on Love and Hip Hop, okay, in a very
Right.
short amount of time. And
And
she
just think
never,
about how strategic she was when she went on to Love and Hip Hop. She said,
yep,
"I'm
that's
giving it like
right.
2 years, and then I'm out. I'm going to
And then
this
I'm
music.
out. Yep,
I'm not writing nothing." Like she was honest about all this stuff. So it's like,
yes,
why is write a rap even a thing? Like she's already
right.
told y'all before she even started doing it, I ain't writing
That's what
shit.
she was gonna
I'm
do.
yeah,
Yeah. Exactly. So I'm just kind of like, what? Like, I mean, they're hating on this girl, but she's always been honest about her struggle. She was just, I mean, she said it in her first hit in Bodak Yellow. She was just like, I spent a bunch on my teeth, so now you can't talk about them being crooked. So
right,
what? You know, like, and that's why we like her, because she's just like, I'm not worried about that.
right,
I still know my worth, and that's what Nicki needs to learn. Learn your
right.
worth, girl. You should be right now at legend status, quiet, chilling, enjoying your life, not going back and forth every day. You
Yeah.
know, with these girls, and sicking these girls, and chain and throwing subs of, like, little gifts and stuff. Like, this is stupid. Like, this is embarrassing.
Yeah, let me read this comments real quick. I think it's Gio Marie. She said she's with Tay the hairstyles, and he looks like he's scared of her. I do agree with that. Miss
Yep.
Robin says not burnt to the ground. Carmel Apple said I said the same thing. Just simply says I feel so bad for the content creator, and it was because she gave her honest opinion in recent song. I don't what content creator. Great analyst. Okay. And America likes her. To my Cardi B, yes, Cardi,
Yes.
she is beautiful. She needs to go home and stay pretty. No fighting, ladies, right? The energy is very balanced here. Yes, like, and the thing is, because I don't hate Nicki Minaj, right?
No. No.
I want to see the best for Nicki Minaj, and I think that the route that she's taking, this is just as a person who's not a bar, but as a fan, or who a
Right.
person who was a fan, to say, like, sis, like, let's get it together, because this ain't it. Like, this is not what we want to watch. The real people who supported your music, the ones that was buying it, okay, this is not what we wanted to see.
Right.
We're not going to sit here and watch y'all arguing on the internet all the time. And it's sad because she's dragging Cardi B, she's dragging Akbar V, she's dragging down, Lotto. She's dragging down these girls who are just coming up here. They don't have a chance in the game right now because they got to fight with this lady.
Right.
Okay?
Exactly.
And it's not fair. Let me read a few more comments. Protect Magic said, down to the fashions. Cardi said, everyone who loves me can't afford these designers. So she worked with Fashion Nova for a lower price range because she's
Yep.
relatable. She
That's
really
right.
loves people, period. That's what I'm saying. What's going on, Evangelist Val? It's good to see you over here. Carmel Apple said, love her about Cardi because she really do help people and have very good connections. Carmel Apple says, with clothing line. Okay. Hold on. And thank you, she's the blessed one, for the super chat. Love it here. And the last one, Nicki made this about charts, money, and age, and now it's all being used. Yes, again.
Yep.
Nicole
That's
James,
right.
come on to the
Yep.
chat, because
That's
this
that's
is it.
exactly
This
right.
is it right here.
That's exactly
Let me
right.
read this in my slow voice. Nicki Minaj made this about charts, money, and age, and now it's all being used against her. Her
Yep.
hairstylist is now on a reality TV show on BET. She's so rich, but he has to resort to reality TV.
Yep. That's right.
Yes. This
It's
is
true.
this is the golden moment right here, Nicole James. You deserve everything. Okay.
Yep. I mean, that those are all of the points that we're trying to make, and the
Yes.
problem is, it's really sad. Like, even her VMA performance and acceptance speech was odd. I really feel like, she needs help. She needs to have good people, helping her navigate through this, because she is clearly having a hard time. Like, I
Yeah.
feel like, she kind of has jumped the shark, in the sense of, like, the kind of performance that she gave on from being honored, like,
Right.
when she came back a couple of weeks later for Rolling Loud, she looks more closer to, like, the older Nicki that we grew to kind of love, and nobody
Right.
wants her to lose. That's the thing, is I want
Right.
all of these girls to win, but if this
Right.
is a real bad look that she's doing, and I just feel like she needs to have some help. Like on her VMA award, her acceptance speech, none of her people came out. Like Wayne didn't present it to her, Drake didn't present it to her, like her
Yeah.
peers that she came up with that are super successful right now still. Nobody
Right.
presented her with it. They had
I wish
them random
Beyonce would.
bars.
I wish Beyonce would let me tweet and say who's presenting the award and bring me up on the stage.
Right,
Okay.
right,
Like what?
right, exactly. I mean, but see, again, if that was the case of like, yeah, you just want to celebrate your fan base, great. But when your fan
Right.
base is so negative, like they are, having them come up and present you with your, lifetime achievement award, basically,
Right.
it just sent I don't know, it was really uncomfortable and awkward. And then she was talking about mental health. So that's what made me think like maybe she is really struggling with something. I just feel like this behavior is completely unacceptable and unnecessary. It's
Right.
unnecessary.
Right. A Pink Dynamite said, "Isn't oh, I'm sorry. This isn't this the thing? Isn't this a new thing? If I can't win, no one else will."
Yeah,
But I don't feel like that's everybody. I feel like it's the
it's
people that
her.
I think the Nicki Minaj. Yeah,
Yep.
because you don't see Beyonce doing this, right?
No. Nope.
And that's the thing. It's like when you look at it, because she deemed herself the queen, you have to look at the queen that's at this time, which is Beyonce. When it comes down to pop and R&B music,
Yeah.
Beyonce would never do this. And the
Never.
fact that she did a song with her, and which is crazy that that song didn't chart. But
But she
then I
still
think
did one.
she did do one, right? But it didn't
Mm-hmm.
chart. It was a good song too.
Mm-mm.
I love the song,
I
but
liked it too.
it's weird that that song did not chart, but it also to me was like an omen to Beyonce, like don't continue this,
Yeah.
um, because it's going to bring you down if you keep connecting yourself with this girl, and and then just to think like when Megan Thee Stallion did it, like it did numbers, you know what I mean?
Right, right,
So
right.
you have to think about how it all works in this atmosphere when it comes down to them. Maybe that's not what God really wants for them is to be beefing because
Right.
I think a lot of it was even back when we had like our girls that were doing it. There was like this always this R&B girl that was in the mix, right? We had our little Mo's, our Nicole Ray's, our
Yeah.
Aaliyah's. Like we had that. Like we don't have no girl that's doing that.
Right.
They kind of did what Nicki Minaj did in the rap game for the male rappers, but we
Right.
don't
But
have
I
nobody doing that for the girls that's rapping right now. We
And
need
I
I
that.
agree. I agree. But so Deb, also, I think also a lot of her problems when it started to change for her, in my opinion. Again, this is not so Deb's opinion. This is my opinion,
Okay.
uh, or the opinion of the channel. This is mine. Okay. I'm just saying, like, I think a lot of it changed for her was when she got with her husband. A lot of people stopped distance. They had to distance themselves
Yes,
from
I agree
her,
with you on that.
and I think that's unfortunate. I feel like that's what changed her career kind of trajectory, because when it wasn't because she got married, because when she was with like Nas and Meek Mill, everybody was still rocking with her. Everybody
Yeah,
was still asking for features with her,
and
all of that.
Safari.
And Safari, right? Nobody cared. But when he
Yeah,
came along, all of these, because somebody at her
that's the bad
caliber
stuff.
and at her level, at her status level, are the Beyoncés and the Jay-Z's and the Nas's and all of those people.
and
So
she
they
was
can't.
on her way to that,
And
and
she
then
was
she
on her
just
way to that. Yes.
started them down to Cardi B. I'm like, girl, wait, what happened?
Right.
Can
Right.
Wait, what you saying, Nola?
yeah, 'cause, ooh, child, I've been trying to get in here.
I know. I'm sorry.
Can I just say I'm deeply disappointed. You know what I'm saying? For one, a
Yeah.
queen never has to announce that she's a queen.
Yep.
Mm,
Know it by the way that she carries herself, by the way she moves, her
mm,
energy that exudes off of her.
mm,
But I really want the rap girls to take a page from the R&B girls. And when I said the R&B girls, I mean all of them. Back then you had Gladys, you had Anita, you had
mm,
Patty. You didn't see
mm,
them arguing when Whitney came along. And then when
mm.
Whitney came along, Whitney stood in her place and she was who she was.
Now, Patty and Aretha didn't always get along.
No, I'm not saying they
Now,
didn't
just
get along.
playing.
I'm not saying they always got along. We know from they still or well, let me see. But they was arguing between who had the best macaroni and cheese and food on the market.
Okay.
What I'm saying is when the new ones came in, you didn't see them going after Whitney. When
Right.
Whitney came up, Whitney was Whitney. And when Mary J came up, Mary J was Mary J. You
But
didn't see Whitney go
travel back to
after
that,
Mary
because
J.
when it was Whitney Houston, it was Whitney Houston, it was Mariah Carey, and it was Toni Braxton. They
Right.
never hated on each other.
But what I'm
No.
saying is you didn't see,
Mm-mm.
you know what I'm saying? You didn't see
The
it.
back and forth.
Even if you want to add CC Winans, although she was gospel, Whitney and
Mhm.
CC did that song for the Prince of Egypt.
Yep.
Hmm.
And like you didn't see Whitney still did Whitney, but she didn't step on Mary J toes when Mary J came up.
Right.
Mm-mm.
Mary
And
J coming for Beyonce. Don't see
Whitney brought
Beyonce
up
coming for Fantasia. You know what I'm saying? Or
Right.
J-Lo.
right.
Like I
And
want
even think about it, because even with Mary J. Blige and Faith Evans, she still
Right.
wrote all that stuff on that first album. They never trashed each other in public, and that music was still on those albums. But they didn't like each other. But she still wrote that music for her album,
my
and
point.
that
Yep.
album
I
went
want them to take it
platinum.
from the old school girls. They had their beefs.
Yeah,
Yep.
Yeah, we
but
probably
And
know more
they
about it
still work together though.
if the internet
yes, but
was
when
as
Whitney
popular back then, but they worked together.
Yeah,
right, but when Whitney
But
also when she started to, because nobody is going to stay at the tippy top forever. Nobody. It's just impossible,
right, right.
But when she started to kind of level off with her kind of, legacy and being at the height of her fame, she still brought up people like Kelly Price. She brought up Faith. She
Mm,
brought up all of those people, all of those women. She didn't try to step on them and be like, "Hey, I'm the queen." She did a song with Mariah because people kept pitting them against each other. And
right.
Mariah always said from the beginning, she was like, "I'm only singing because of Whitney Houston." Like, she was like that. She was a huge inspiration to me. So, I mean, even though, she's famously known for being like, I don't know her talking about J-Lo, but she never downed the people that came before her. And I think that's what Nicki is missing. And these girls.
Yes, and this is a good point. And they did not stick their fans on each other.
yeah,
Thank you. That's right.
That's like the main part right there.
Right. Right. And I think that's, I mean, those fans, I know that they're, and a lot of them are young, and I just feel like, how do they have time to sit there, and why would they want to follow someone that would be picking on someone over and over again? And like I said earlier, Cardi is still, on the younger side. She's not 40, so
Right.
she's just kind of like, she's from the street. She's trying to figure this stuff out. But I so get, and I feel bad for somebody to keep picking and picking and picking on you. Like, I mean, I have a goddaughter and she is having a hard time because of social media. It does, for everybody, they're not strong enough to just, do like Beyonce and just ignore it.
Right.
I mean, sometimes you just can't,
I mean, my
you just,
thing is
it,
this.
it
You,
gets
you
too
know who's
much.
a really to me is a prime example of how to travel the road as you get older is Mariah Carey.
Yep, agreed.
Mariah Carey has traveled the road from her youngest age to her oldest age. Okay,
Hmm.
this lady
Say
has
this
such
about
peaceful
Mariah.
music.
To
What'd you
sing.
say?
Mariah don't need to sing at no more New Year's
No,
Eve.
not live, not live. But I'm saying music wise, like when she's recording music, Mariah Carey has really traveled the
Music
times, to
ages
be
with her
honest,
fans.
Hmm.
and engage with her fans and not made them attack other people.
Absolutely. And even when Nicki and Mariah had their goings on, Mariah would stand up for herself and give subtle
Yeah,
shade, but it was still Nicki that was so much more aggressive and negative. And I think that's just her. I just don't think she's a happy, person. And because at Nicki's stage, she should have been looking up to Mariah.
right.
She should have been giving her props, and yet and still she's going back
That's when
and
I knew she
forth.
was a problem.
Yeah, she's a problem.
But
And
my
her
thing
fans
is
are a problem.
for the
Not
fans.
no more Christmas events either.
Now here's my thing for the fans. Y'all be around here doing all of this for Nikki, but you roll up on somebody for Nikki and they fool around and F you up
Okay.
Right, right,
and you end up in the hospital. Is Nikki gonna pay your bills? Because you out there at
right.
the time of Nikki, or you lose your life. What's gonna happen to your family, your mama, your kids? Let me tell y'all something. I like whoever I like as far as music, but I ain't about to be out here doing nothing stupid for them. I'm
Thank you.
on the
Right.
radio
Thank you.
and I don't know you. And if you saw me on the street with all the hoopla I'm doing, this green name say Nola Reeves. If I go up for Cardi, Nikki, or whoever, and they see me on the street, guess what? And they say Kristen Jasper. They ain't gonna know who the hell Kristen Jasper is
Yep,
to give a damn
that's right.
about.
That's
Right.
right. It's true.
And this
And
is
and,
and
and
this is
again,
and this is this
Nikki,
is it right here, that she is a narcissist.
yeah, like Nikki, I know that in the past too, she's given away like free money, but Nikki's not gonna bail everybody out from jail because
No.
what they're doing is
She
against the
doesn't
law.
have the
It is
money to do it.
illegal.
She hasn't
Yes.
she doesn't have the career to even do it. Which, and going back to like a queen, talking about Beyonce and her husband, they've been doing it in private. Not
Yep.
because the fact that you even know it is a thing. Because when Beyonce and Jay-Z did it, they never announced it. They didn't post nothing about it. The blogs and the news did. You know what I'm saying? And that's when you know what a real queen looks like, when they're able to do things behind the scenes and people find out about it. Because
Yep.
they were bailing people out during the Black Lives Matter stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because and they're helping people get out of jail at this point. But this Nicki Minaj stuff, like, I want her to just change her mentality, and I
Me
need her to
too.
understand, like, listen, you married that man,
Yep.
you made that decision.
Yep.
What your capabilities are at this point, we cannot all stand with you with with that decision, but
Right.
you can change your narrative by the things that you decide to do on social media and with your music. Stop
Yep.
going against these girls and focus on your music
Right. But that's
before
the
it's really
thing.
time for you to go.
But that's the thing. So Deb, like that Super Freaky Girls song isn't good. It's not good. So I
I
mean,
don't
I
think it
just feel
is.
right. I just feel like she has an opportunity to do so many other stuff. She was like tied into like the fashion industry and all kind of stuff. So maybe you don't put out singles anymore. But so let them have it. But you
Right.
don't have to go back. You don't have to try to be vicious and cruel to the girls that are doing it currently. Like she should be. In my opinion, she should be elevating. She should be leveling up.
Yeah.
And just moving on. And instead, she is all the way back in junior high. I mean, I just feel like something is wrong. She needs some help.
I
This
want
is
to say this to
ridiculous.
what Mace just posted. She says, I think Nikki has been hurt in the industry and taking it out on anyone who she thinks is a threat. Blame that on Lil Wayne. Okay.
Yes.
That's Lil
Yep.
Wayne's fault. Because when Missy was with Timberland, this never happened, right? When
Never.
Eve was with the Rough Riders, this did not happen.
Nope.
So, and when Shauna was with DTP, this did happen after she got out of DTP, when they put her out of there. But this did not happen while she was a part of them. So
Yep.
she doesn't have anybody else to blame besides Lil Wayne. Take that up with him. And maybe
Right.
she did. That's why they don't associate themselves with her anymore. But she needs to take her anger out on who caused it, not these girls coming up, because these girls are not at any camp. They're doing their thing by themselves. And
Yeah.
if they're working this hard to make their music out there, because Cardi, literally, this is something I really respect about Cardi. And I think they compared her to I can't remember who they compared it to, but they were saying that Cardi went like old school when she came out, and she
Yeah.
literally went and asked the people to start listening to her music. Like, she went out and she did all the promo stuff. She was like literally like, listen to my music. She did so much to make herself relatable to the people so that they would listen to her music. And
Yep.
if Nicki decided not to do that because of whatever the people, they didn't tell her to do that in her brand, that's not anybody's fault but Nicki's.
Yep. And again, all of those are her life choices, right? She signed with them. She nobody forced
Okay.
her signature. She pursued her career. She aligned herself with the people that she wanted to align. So don't blame other people when you are not happy with those choices. You have
Yeah.
to take accountability for the decisions that you've made in your life. So you want to marry this man? Great. He was your first love, sure. But you can't then turn around and be like, everybody has to like him. This man can't even travel around with her because he
Right.
can't,
Right.
and that's nobody's fault. Don't be mad at take it out on Cardi B because you've made a choice with someone that can't elevate you in your life.
Right.
It's just strange.
Right. And those are the facts. Like, I mean, that's a decision that she made.
Yep.
Nobody else can change that besides
No.
her.
Besides her. Like she needs to start doing some damage control. She needs to step away from her phone and laptop instead of trying to, laugh and giggle and poke and prod people. I mean, like what she has become is a product, I believe, of her choices and her misery. She
Right.
seems extremely unhappy, but like you said, nobody can correct that for her but her. She has to
Right.
work on that and focus, you
I
know?
think what she needs to understand is that people are really still trying to root for her,
Yes,
but she has to change her behaviors, and she has to change the
absolutely.
behaviors of those barbs. Because if she's not going to tell them like chill out, because I think Beyonce kind of had the same issue with the Beehive a little bit,
Yeah,
and Beyonce was just like, you know what, I'm not gonna respond. So the fans was like, well, then we ain't responding. And so it
absolutely.
it, it, it kind of rose that with like you don't really hear people talking about the Beehive anymore. Like when she does drop stuff, they're irritated because we're like, oh, Beyonce dropped some music, we playing it every day, we're playing, but it's promotional for her. It's
Right,
not taking somebody else down because of her. And Nicki
right.
Minaj needs to understand the fact that she does have the power to do that with her fans, because
Absolutely.
if they do just celebrate her every time she releases music instead of attacking people, the narrative could change for her.
I believe so too. I agree with you. But again, like, when you have a Beyonce, if the fans are out of, whack or get upset by somebody, coming after Beyonce, she never condones it. She doesn't go and follow them and like their stuff and put stuff on her stories and be like, go
Right.
get them and stuff like that. That's what Nikki is literally doing. We're not
Right.
making this up. She's doing these
No, she is
things.
doing it. Yeah.
So it's kind of like, I mean, who even has time to do that? Aren't you, you know a legend, or aren't you trying to be a queen?
Right. I just figured out how to say this name. I'm running the zoo. um, but I agree with this as well. There's a deeper narrative here. Nikki is creating a racial tension between Latin women and Black women. That's a
Yeah,
dangerous narrative too. And I do agree with this, because
yeah,
when it comes down to it, it's like it's a Black woman issue. It blows up bigger than what it should blow up. And
yeah,
to me, coming from where they're from, Latin women and Black women were all in the same in New York.
yep.
That's always been the thing. So for her to create this division, that is a big thing.
Right, but I mean, both ladies have fans of every race. I mean, Cardi, obviously is married to a black man. Her kids
No,
are
no, no, no,
black.
no. No, they do have different types of fans. But what I'm saying is that because Cardi is not a Black woman, she is a Latin
Yeah.
woman, and
Uh-huh.
Nikki is a Black woman. This does cause a rift between Black and Latin women. And if you follow the blogs and you look at underneath their comments, it's like,
Hmm.
oh, y'all want to support this Latina woman and this, and this Black woman is doing. I'm like, this Black woman is really terrorizing everybody. Like, we cannot
Yeah,
sit
she
there and
is.
pretend like we're not watching her tear everybody down, because she's not only tearing down Latino women, she's doing it with the
Right.
Black women too. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So
Hmm.
let's be honest about this. And that's the part where I think the barbs come in at, where they ride that narrative of she's tearing, which make a choice between the Latino women and the Black women. And there's no choice, because where they're from, Latino women and Black women are all in the same.
They are. Yep. I agree. I agree.
I watched something with Fat Joe today. He was I think he was on the Breakfast Club. The show wasn't today, but Fat Joe was even talking about, because I didn't even know that Fat Joe didn't have Black in him.
Yeah.
Um, but he was using people are calling him out for using the N word, and he
Hmm.
talks about where he grew up in New York, and Black people being all the same. And I'm like, I didn't know he wasn't Black. I don't think he should be using it. But and this is not the same issue, but it's also the same issue, because it's like you have to kind of. My family's from, like, my dad's family is from, well, they're not from New York, but they all moved to New York when they became adults, and my
Hmm.
cousins are from there. And so when I visit, you do see there's like Black people and Latin people are no different.
Right.
So
But I feel like if we're doing that, if we're gonna bring the race thing into it, so Deb, we
mhm,
have to look at, hip hop, which is the industry that they've chosen to be in,
mhm,
is based on Black culture. So them saying the
right,
N word and all that stuff, they're just in the hood, soaking up the culture of the hip hop culture, and I feel like it did start with us. So,
mhm,
I feel like it was representative of the streets in New York,
yeah,
so I really feel like, just overall, even though Nikki is a Black woman, does she really relate to that? Because she also, was very heavy into like the Asian culture as well, being like Chung Lee and all of this stuff that
yeah.
she was,
Because
into.
she's from
So
her family's from Trinidad, right?
it's from Trinidad. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. So I
And
just
see,
feel
and
like
then is it Gio Marie? She's saying Cardi's mother is black from Trinidad. So like, what part does it resonate with Nikki to me? You know what I mean?
me too. Yep, agreed.
You know, and I wasn't speaking for Cardi when I was talking about Fat Joe. I was just saying that, you know, I didn't even know he had no black in him at all. Um,
Oh,
yeah, I wasn't comparing Cardi to him. I was just saying like people from New York is what I was comparing this conversation to.
yeah, Fat Joe and Big Pun, which, he brought
Yeah,
in, Fat Joe. They're both Latino. I knew that from the beginning. They're
yeah,
both Hispanic, but it didn't matter. It's just like it was about the flow, about the culture. You know what I'm
right,
saying? Like,
right,
I mean, if you can rap, like, I mean, Eminem made his way in because he was fire, back in the day. Like, it didn't matter whether he was white or black, whatever. He was in the hip hop culture, and that's just what
right.
it was.
Now she needs her head examined. Mason, I remember when Fat Joe had a fight with Soul and my cousin. He chased him around a car for about a Fat Joe chased him around a car for an hour.
Wow.
Oh wait, thank you so much. I am running the zoo for the super chat. I really appreciate it.
Yay.
Oh my god, thank you so much.
That's amazing.
That
Yeah,
is so amazing.
I feel like,
Uh,
again, and all
real
of
quick, Cindy, y'all have been showing me so much love since I've been back on YouTube. I don't really even know what to do with myself, but I so appreciate you guys for supporting my channel. And somebody was in my chat the other day. I forgot it's something NC, but he's on the campaign to give me the 10,000 subscribers. So if y'all have not told nobody about to come to the channel, tell them to subscribe to the channel. We need to hit 10,000 by the end of this year. Go ahead, Cindy.
No, that I'm so happy for you, and that's how it should be. And I think when you're more regular, you get all of the love. I mean,
Yeah,
you have a balance to your channel and a good vibe, and I think that people like that. You know what I mean? There are a
yeah,
lot of other content creators that won't be open to see certain sides, and that they won't really have engaged with their audience. So I feel like that's what kind of makes you different. And you're not negative. So, you
and
know.
I think that Cassandra is it Herndon? I think this is a Barb. She said, y'all love crying about Nikki. They got to move around once the queen is queening in my Nikki voice. I think that you should watch the video because we're not complaining about her, honestly. We're just giving out advice about how this looks for people that are our age and what we've seen with female rappers. It's not about Nicki
Yep.
Minaj. We're not centered around Nicki Minaj when it comes down to it. We're centered around the fact that we are Black people who love female rappers in the community, and we want to see the unity with everybody. We haven't said nothing bad about her, honestly, through this whole live. So maybe you should watch the whole thing and then come back and then make another comment. Go ahead.
Right. No, I agree with you 1,000%. And I feel like, one like Nola said, when you're a queen, you don't have to keep saying that you're a queen. You just move like a
Oh,
queen, and other people call
right,
you a queen.
right,
So
right.
just let
You
other
don't
people
deem
do it.
yourself the queen.
Exactly.
You
No,
never deem
no.
yourself the queen. And the thing is this, like, if you think about queens, like there's never only one queen on the earth. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
There's always many of kings.
You
So why
broke up
can't there
for a
be more
minute,
than
but
one?
yeah.
What'd you
But
say?
then I said you broke up for a second, but yes, I
Oh
agree
yeah,
with you. And I feel like, any woman, especially in the music industry, because I was in it also briefly, you're already at a higher level because it's really hard to compete. It's a very much a boys club. Like, they've
right,
all won, so they should
right,
focus on continue winning instead of going back to, petty girl fighting about nothing. This is, and also, let's also remember, this is all about music. Like,
right,
all of this beef is happening over songs.
right,
Like, nothing. It's like nobody spit on somebody's, in somebody's face, or yanked their ponytail or anything like that. Like, you
right.
guys are so mad and up in arms over what? Over music? Over bars? It's so
And the
ridiculous.
thing is, instead of just coming together and making it together, you're trying to do it separately. Like it's never worked like that's why you always see artists with features on their albums because it always works having a feature. And that's why I said even when Nicki Minaj was a feature, I loved it because she was the best feature to have during her 7-year run. She was the
Yeah.
like you could not have a better feature than her. So when it comes down to it, I just think that if she's upset about the Cardi thing, maybe she should have focused on her, her own personal stuff. I like the pink print, honestly.
Yep.
I love the my favorite song is the one with her and Will I Am. I used to play it on my radio show like every week. It was because it was like it got you up, and I was in the mornings. It got you up, it got you hype, ready for the day. So I played it every morning because it was a good song. So maybe she should have taken some more time, and maybe instead of going against all these girls now, focus on your own album now.
I agree. I agree with you 1,000% because
I
that's
want
what
to.
make
I
that's
also want to. Hold on, I want to thank Krista. She said, "I like your channel because you interact with your audience and you're not biased." Thank
that's
you so
right.
much for that.
Yeah. I was just gonna say, like, I mean, that's what brought her success. She's been in the game for about 15 years, and really, when she first came out, she and blew up, it was because she really did focus on her craft. And
Yeah,
now she's just making everything so personal and having it be about people's personal lives and stuff. But it's once again, it's only personal to her because of the choice that she made as a partner.
right,
So, I mean, that's her that's up to her to reconcile with herself. You know what I
right,
mean? She should
right,
focus on the music. I think it was so good and it was so catchy. And we did like it because she was focused on that. She really was. And right
right,
now she's at a stage in her life where she has a family and she has a young son. And so, I feel like she should be focusing more on that than making this be personal about her record sales and all that stuff. She doesn't have anything to prove with these girls. She did it already.
right.
You know.
I think she cheated her fans before she had Barb's out of a
Mm-hmm.
lot because we should have been able to celebrate her, having a baby and getting married
Yeah.
and things like that. But because of the Barb's, like it's like you're so you don't know what to say because you don't know what they're going to say, what they're going to do, or whatever like that.
Yeah.
Real quick, let me do 2 shout outs. Evangelist Val, shout out to Evangelist Val. She's been a member on the channel for 14 months. And then also, my big sis speaks. Thank you for the super chat. She says, I look back through my archive stuff, and I've been following you since July the 21st of 2021. You have been consistent and kind. We are glad to have your positive energy back. Thank you. Thank you so much for taking my
Aw. Yeah.
And even I think when we do like our basketball wise stuff, like, I really try my hardest not to be biased.
Yeah. Yeah.
I am
Same.
like, there's no Brandy slander for me, but I tried with Malaysia this entire time. I'm like, I do like Malaysia. She did this. We we go back and forth with a lot of things. Some things I just ain't gonna say or do.
Right.
But I feel like I'm fair.
Absolutely. I mean, and again, like I said, when we do the reviews, is that we all have our own opinion.
Right.
And we all like who we like. If we like somebody, like I still love Ev. I don't care what anybody says. And
Yes.
when people come up on the stage and we invite others up to talk about it and they disagree, I'm not yelling at them, being like, no, you don't have, like I accept that they have their own opinion. If they don't like her, they don't have to like her, but I like her, so, and I think that's what.
Speaking of Evelyn.
Uh-oh.
Oh man, wait, I didn't pull. Wait, where's it at? I gotta find it. Keep going. I'm gonna try to find this post. I need to find it.
I was just gonna say we are allowed to like who we like, and even if we take it circle all the way back, to the subject of this particular live, is that people like Cardi, people like Nicki, and people like JT, and people are allowed to like or dislike whoever they want, but there's no reason to be mean and unkind. There's no reason.
Right.
I feel like it's frustrating when people are, and then they just, and it's so interesting to me how these fans seem to take it so personally. Like if somebody was even outright attacking Nicki, why are you taking it personal? You don't know that lady.
Right.
Like, I just don't understand. Like, how are you getting this, riled up over what? Like, I mean, just like Nola said earlier, like, I don't lose my temper. I don't get in my car to go drive and beat somebody up because somebody doesn't like Whitney Houston. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
Right.
what? How,
Right.
like, how are we at this level? It's so ridiculous. I'm just like, aren't you guys embarrassed to be sitting there going back and forth with people over someone who doesn't know you from a can of paint.
You're right. So the other day, Cardi B and that Miitch girl, they were posting that they was in the Bronx or whatever.
Yeah.
Right. I gotta pull this up for my girls, Tammy Roman and Evelyn.
What happened?
Hold on, let me move this so you can see it.
Okay.
They said I'm in the Bronx too. Evelyn said I'm around.
Oh, what? When did they do that? They just did that
They
today?
did it today.
Oh my God. Hilarious.
Shout out to Tammy Roman and Evelyn. This was so funny to me when I seen it today.
Shout out to them because
And it's funny because the girl that Cardi B was going up against, she posted she was in the Bronx, and Cardi B was like, she posted she in the Bronx. She's like, I'm around. So it's funny because Evelyn is a Latino woman, and then Tammy is a Black woman.
Yes. Right, and even in their differences, they can still find a way to make this funny. You know what I mean? And that's what Nicki should be doing. Like, I mean, they're close in age. Like, make it light, girl. Like, what is it all about? I love that they did that. I love it.
This made me laugh so much because I'm like, I love the fact I've been watching Tammy's show, The House of is it Variety or The House of Vicious? Have you been watching that, Cindy?
No, I haven't.
Okay, well, she has a show on BET called The House of Vicious. I've been watching it because, like I said, I'm not a big Tammy fan, but I do support everything that she does do. And so I've been watching that. But when I saw that with Evelyn and Tammy, like, it just made put a smile on my face. I'm like, these girls are so funny to me.
They are brilliant. That was the perfect thing, the perfect two people to use, actually, because they have had their differences, but it's just kind of like, I feel like, that's what we're missing on the show right now, in my opinion.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they do have a chemistry. They do, no matter, even if it's just a picture, they have a chemistry. Since they have a history, it makes it even more funny. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
I just think that it's great.
Hold on, I gotta show you the other one too. Since we did them, hold on, I gotta show you the other one. You gonna crack up on this one?
It's so strange that the girl showed up like 20 minutes after. Oh my God! Look at this. Now we around. What?
The twins and brothers.
Oh my God, this is too much. It's so good. Who's doing this?
They're doing it.
They are doing it. Oh,
yeah, they did it on the Instagram story. So the name somebody, the lady that I follow, and make sure you guys, if you're on Twitter, follow Spilling BBWT. This is my girl. This is where I get all my basketball IT from. But she's the one who posted it. But they posted it. So
I think that's
I was
brilliant.
like, I'm glad you're here because I'm like, Cindy would think this is hilarious.
Hilarious. It's so perfect. No, I mean, yes, the non-twin twins and Brooke, but nothing is better. And nothing is better than Ev and Tammy. No, nothing's better. So good. I'm so happy that they're trying to put a spin on it. And look at, once again, these young girls need to look at these women and be like, they're making fun of us. You know what I mean? Like, this is a joke. They're making fun of us. And these are people that we actually know. Like, some of these girls, a lot of those girls, I don't even know who they are, I hate to say. Like, I'm just kind of like, who are you now? Like the girl that Cardi said, I'm around. Who is that girl? Do you know?
I don't know who she is. That's the thing. I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is.
Yeah,
but I just
like,
think it takes the cake for me that Evelyn put I'm around because no shade to Tammy, but it's the I'm around for me because that's what Cardi had posted. So.
Yeah, well, Cardi said it. She said, I saw her say it. She was like, I'm around. And then the girl posted a picture, not a video, that said, me too. I'm like, girl, you know that she was waiting for Cardi to drive away, okay?
So I'm about to go home, but let's do this tomorrow offline. Girl, go sit down somewhere, please.
Go sit down. Nobody schedules a fight. When you are hot about it and you're about that life, you're on the block too. Okay,
Right.
like let's do this tomorrow, girl.
See, just simply
Whoever
said, I
you
don't know who
are.
she is either.
See,
May said,
I'm
this
like,
is hilarious, and I hope it shows those ladies how ridiculous they look trying to pull up with each other. Right.
I
Right.
agree, Mace. I agree,
But Cardi
1,000%.
did it because that girl, whatever, what is her? I can't remember her name.
Me
Malibu
neither.
Miitch.
Oh, that's
Um,
right.
because she kept on saying, I don't do stuff on the internet, let's go outside. So that's why Cardi had put it out there. And so she's posting stuff, but we're like, these are took those pictures like 2 weeks ago. We don't know. And
Right,
then
but
Cardi
like I
said she would go
said,
get some smothered chicken or something like that from her mom. I was like, come on, Cardi, go get your food from your mom in the Bronx.
yes, but that's why we like her, because she is likable and relatable. She's just like, I mean, I know when my mom was alive, if my mom was frying some pork chops or making some soul food, I was over there. Okay, you know, like
Oh wow.
it doesn't matter being a millionaire or not. She wants some of her mom's cooking, and that's why
Right, right.
I think that's why people like her. You
And
know,
that's true for them because even Evan, like when she was on basketball, she always went back to see her mom on the show.
yes, that's right, absolutely right. You know, and
May said that Malibu Miitch,
celebrities.
she's an up and coming rapper. She was signed to a label, but I think she got dropped allegedly.
Okay, she's a rapper. I was like, I mean, I don't know her from a can of paint, so it's just kind of like, why are you even in it when you haven't even put anything
Right,
out yet? You know what I mean? Like,
right.
you
My
haven't
big
put any.
sis, wait, my big sis Peak says that's like my 70-year-old aunt that thought she was going to fight my 40-year-old cousin. We are getting too old for
That's right, my big sis. That's
that.
right. Like that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, but these girls, they're still in their 20s. If they want to fight, fine. But it's Nicki who's putting them in this position when they didn't have any beef with Cardi
Right,
before.
right.
And in fact, JT did a song with Cardi. I mean, the City Girls did a song
With
with Cardi.
Cardi,
So
yeah,
now,
yeah.
yeah, so now you're in her DMs and going back and forth with her. Like, girl, what are you doing? You know?
For a song that's never going to do the number, and Cardi did post. She said something about them wanting to do stuff with other people with Nicki Minaj, but then she showed the difference between doing stuff with her and Nicki Minaj. They was
Yeah.
getting like I think like tens of thousands of views, but when they
It was
did it
like
with her, they got
200.
hundreds of thousands of views.
Yeah, it was like 200,000 views or something like that.
Yeah,
When
but Cardi's
Cardi
was
did it,
like 447,000 views.
yeah. And the thing is that Cardi was, she didn't have to do that with City Girls. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? She was
right,
trying to help them. She didn't,
right,
by putting her on it, helped them, because but for the longest time I didn't even know that they were around and who the City Girls were until Cardi did that song with them. I didn't know those girls. You
right,
know, so she actually helped them in their career. So you would think that, even if she didn't want to pick with Cardi and go back and forth with her, she would just at least stay quiet,
right,
because Nicki wasn't helping them. She didn't do a
right.
feature with any City Girls.
Mm-mm.
Nicki has
Mace
been.
said that Malibu Mitch is pretty talented. We'll never know at this point because she's looking for Cardi B in the Bronx. So
Right.
who wants to
Right.
like? I'm never going to tune into her music now because why are you looking for Cardi B in the Bronx? Why are you not writing a rap?
Yeah, I
Since
agree.
you want her to write her own raps, why are you not in the studio? What happened to making diss tracks?
Right. Exactly. And keeping it on in the music. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Instead of going back and forth. It's just like, absolutely, I agree with you. So, Deb, I won't listen to her stuff now because I feel like she's sabotaging her career. And I don't
I have
want to
no
be
interest in
around.
listening to it at all.
No, no interest.
And what I really hope that Nicki Minaj is not doing, and I'm just putting this out there. Let me put up my allegedly. Um, what I really hope that she's not doing is putting them in a position that she's in, where they get
Yeah,
out here and they start fighting Cardi B. They have legal problems and then they can't get anywhere the same way that she can because she's married this man.
right. Absolutely. I mean, really, you would think that if she really was thinking clearly, so Deb, don't you
Yeah,
think that she wouldn't want to cause problems because of who she's married to? It's just like they can't really afford it. Like she should be
right.
really more focused on raising and protecting her son, you
Right.
know, and it's just like instead of causing this a level of drama and negativity with these girls, like it's strange that she's, you know, basically you know, finding this funny. She's amused by this, and it's
Yeah.
nothing funny about this because people can get hurt seriously.
Right. And Mace, I did see that because our mom was talking about this. I think he had texted Cardi while he was live, but she did approve Akbar for being on that soundtrack. And it's just
Yeah.
weird that she turned on Cardi like that. Like it's not worth it. You know what I mean? Like
Nope.
keep your distance from everybody. And I think Megan Thee Stallion and Lotto have done a really good job of this. Where like
Yep.
I'm gonna work with you, I'm gonna do my own thing, but I don't have to be like stuck in this beef.
Right. Absolutely. Because it should be about, and when we're thinking about it, if we're really going to use a correct analogy, that's like you going back and forth with somebody at your job. Are you going to do that? Because this
No,
is work,
right,
right? Nobody's going to do that. Nobody with common sense is going to be like, well, I'm out in the courtyard. Meet me outside. Like, who does that? You're
right.
at work
At 40.
at 40.
And then you sicken these younger girls out here to do it because you 40. No, ma'am. Cardi already tried to fight you
Because
at
we
that
know
damn
it's
at
her
that what was it? What did she throw the shoe at her
at the Met Gala.
the Met Gala? So she already knows that Cardi's about that life. So you never seen her try to fight her after that. Now she's sicking these younger girls on them. But like, at what point do they process what Nicki's doing though?
Absolutely. You would think, I thought it was going to end like last week or a couple of weeks ago, whenever it started. I thought we were going to be done with it after Akbar and she got her Twitter suspended. It's just like, but no, here's now all these girls this week. And Nicki is just week by week laughing and subtweeting and all of
Right,
this stuff. And it's just kind of like, girl, aren't you tired? Don't you have things to do? She should
right,
be promoting. This is not promoting her record. In fact, I don't believe that it's getting more streams because of this. I believe it's getting less. So what
right,
is this for? What is this for?
right.
You know? I mean, can
Because it
she
still
really
hasn't topped
explain?
nothing that Cardi B has done.
No, no.
So
But Cardi just came out with Glorilla and
yeah,
it just wiped super free. Nobody even is thinking about that song like that. You
yeah,
know? I mean, that I will say like those verses were hard. I liked seeing Cardi like that with her little, you know, her little Letterman jacket on. I like her looking where she's from, which is from the
right.
Bronx, you know?
And I agree with you, Shy Town. She said Nicki knows what she can't do anymore. She'll lose breath just trying to cross the street.
Yeah, yeah. She needs to focus. She needs to focus on a little bit of cardio too, because I really felt bad for her during that VMA performance. It was rough, and that's when I just kind of looked at that and
Right.
was like, she needs a little bit of help. Something is going on, you know.
They said, Nicki, like, my knees hurt. Y'all go get her.
Yes, Mace, that's right.
And
That's
I agree
right.
with you. I'm running the zoo. I want the female music to be fun again because it was fun, and then we
Yeah.
get this crap like, and it's like Nicki. Every time a new female artist into the group, they got to choose between her and Cardi, and it's Nicki Minaj just doing it. Like I'm just sick
Yes.
of it.
Yeah, me too.
She's like
I mean,
Bobby
it was
Brown.
it
It's
was fun.
okay to ask for a stool to sit on as we get older.
But I mean, so Deb, don't you agree though? It was as fun as it was fun as early as WAP came out. I liked
Yeah,
that Cardi and Meg did their thing, and then all the girls that were in the video, she just threw them in there. She doesn't have to do that. So
because I
why
think
isn't
was it
Nicki doing
Sukiana in
that?
that?
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
Sukiana. It was what's that girl's name? Something Red. What's that girl's name? You know, I don't really know a lot of these young girls, but
I
yeah,
mean, I just
Suki
know
was in it.
I knew Sukiana because I love
She's in
Sukiana with
there.
her crazy
Yeah.
self.
Yeah, I know, but she's fun. Again, she's
Yeah,
fun. You know, and I feel like I mean,
I wish that Sukiana would have done what Cardi B did, was give her a few seasons on Miami and then get into the studio and make that album.
yeah, I think maybe that's where she's headed. That's what it kind of
Yeah,
looks like. I mean, you
yeah,
know, I don't really keep up with I call them like the spin-off shows like the Miamis and all of that stuff. I mean, I basically now when hip hop New York comes on, Love and Hip Hop New York comes on. I do kind of still watch that because that was the first one. So
You're right. Caramel Apple said Nicki gets mad when the Cardi's husband can go to the zoo and Nicki's husband can't.
it's true. I mean, you have tied yourself into someone that has limited availability to help you grow, right?
Right.
To help you level up. But that's her choice. She made that decision, so she has to live with that or change it. And if she doesn't want to change it, then she can't blame other people for using that against her, especially when she's being mean. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right.
Like if she was just quiet, nobody would be picking on Nicki. Nobody would even be worried about her.
Nobody would.
She's making it a problem. She's being problematic. Because all of those girls too that are now going back and forth with Cardi, they weren't saying anything a year ago about Cardi or against Cardi.
They were trying to work with Cardi.
They were trying to work with her. So now what's different?
And that's what Azealia Banks was saying when I played that video from Azealia Banks. They were trying to work with Cardi. So now all of a sudden, because they got with Nicki Minaj, I mean, one is, to me, to be honest, my money looks better with one than the other. I'm gonna just be honest with that. And they should look at that. Like, and I think that when it comes to, again, I'm gonna go back to Megan Thee Stallion. She's worked with both of them. And she did work with Nicki first. It didn't do well. But when she worked with Cardi, it did amazing. You know what I'm saying? So you better look at the stats when it comes down to it. Who are you really trying to be with? Because it's not Nicki Minaj.
Right, but then also, why can't it be both? Nicki is the one that's saying you have to choose one. So now she's mad at Meg and she's mad at Lotto because they're like, I like them both. What is the big deal? And so once again, that falls under some sort of insecurity on Nicki's part because she's like, no, you have to choose one. And I'm just kind of like, aren't you big enough and grown enough and queen enough to be like, okay, you like her, so what? What does that have to do with you working with that person? You know what I mean? This is again a job.
And then she has that beef with Lotto because Lotto didn't need anybody. Lotto did it by herself. The same way that Cardi has been doing it. And we don't even have a full album from Lotto yet. But she already has a charting song. And Nicki doesn't know what to do with this. But again, she chose to be a feature. But Nicki chose to be a feature. So let's make peace with what you decided to do. To me, I wouldn't stop being a feature because that was the lane that you took.
That's right. But I don't know if she is choosing to stop. So Deb, to be honest, I think that people are not wanting to align themselves with her anymore.
Well, she's making these girls be features for her songs, and they're not going anywhere because that's the thing. Because when she's on Wayne, when she's on Drake, when she's with Trey's songs, when she's with all the other people that she's been a feature on, the songs have done well.
They have done well, but once again, that was when she was focused solely on the music.
That's when she was other people's features. But now when she's making these girls her features, the songs ain't going nowhere. I mean, if you can't, my thing is this: if you can't make a Beyonce song chart, what are you doing?
Right. Right.
That's my thing. Like if the song that's on your album with Beyonce, it didn't chart, what are we doing?
And I think that's what the industry is seeing too. That's the problem.
Yeah.
That is the problem,
So that's all I got, y'all.
That's it.
That's all I got.
I agree with Azealia. I mean, her delivery is rough, but she's been going at it with Nicki for years, and she's making some valid points. And I feel like if Nicki would just kind of focus and refocus and rebrand herself, she's still good. It's not, nobody's saying that she's bad or she's washed up or anything. She's still good. I think she should just focus on those things, kind of rebranding herself, like the Barbie hair and all of that stuff. She did that. That's over. Yeah. You have to grow.
She's 40 trying to be a Barbie though.
That's what I'm saying. That's a problem. that is a problem. You have to
even
grow.
Little Bow Wow had to change his name to just Bow Wow. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. any great artist, I mean, even let's go back to Michael Jackson. I grew up with him. Okay. Yeah. I grew up with his whole family. He didn't still sing, Rockin' Robin. He was growing. Right. Like, he's talking about climate control and stuff in his later years. Like he
Right.
can't stay in just one stuff. Any great artist that has ever lived and performed has had to grow, and she needs to grow as well and focus on that.
Right. And
She's still good and she's still talented.
yeah, May said, I think Nikki is side eyeing Lotto for a comment she made on Hollywood Unlocked. She's side eyeing Lotto because Lotto had made a comment that she heard Nicki Minaj on the phone asking why would they do whoever the artist was do a song with that girl. That's why
Right.
she's side eyeing her. It's not because maybe that she heard it on Hollywood Unlocked, but it was still Nicki hating on Lotto. That's what the problem is.
Exactly. And that's what I also think that these girls really need to understand. Like Azealia said, she does not care about them. She's never cared about all of the other women. She's never cared.
Yeah.
You know, so the fact that they're windmilling for her so hard right now is shocking to me because she didn't care about them before this, you know? And so I think that people need to focus on that too. Like her overall career history has never been about, you know, let me bring up this person.
I'm gonna need you to log off Karma Apple. She said, "Hey, yo, let's go to Chuck E. Cheese and see who shows up first without a husband." It won't be Cardi. We see Nicki husband at the gate.
Oh, Carmel Apple. I mean, it is truth though. It is facts. Wow. Facts,
Thank you, just simply. She said this was a great show. So dead. And my best 6 says she is getting close to being more like the Miss Beasley doll. I understand I fall aging for years.
You guys are funny. Oh my goodness.
I'm mad about this comic Caramel Apple.
It's the truth. It's the truth. Sorry. You know, like you said, she needs to make peace with that. She made that choice. So it's the
Yeah, and
truth.
it's nobody else's fault but hers. Like,
Yeah.
I need her to make peace with this and move on with her life and stop hating on these young girls and make some music. Like she tell Cardi B to pick up a pen or write a rap. You go write a rap.
Right.
Go make a good album. Make a charting album.
Yes.
And if I was Cardi B, that's why I would have posted as my avatar as my charting album. Like, forget all this with the pen. Make an album that charts.
Right.
Get a
Exactly.
Grammy.
Get a Grammy.
You know,
Yes.
the slander that she has for her, like Cardi B can kill her at every part that it happens. And it's not to take Nicki Minaj down. It's like, but she feels like she this superior thing. But the reality is the boo that you don't. Even Megan Thee Stallion has Grammys.
Yeah, exactly.
You still don't have one.
Right.
You don't have an album that's charted.
Because look at the content of what she's putting out. Super freaky girl. No, what are you doing? You know, she should
You're
have
not even
already.
a super freaky girl. You're a super freaky aunt.
Exactly. You know, and I'm just like, you're 40. You know, like, what are you talking about? You know, and again, I'm older than that, but I'm not walking around trying to act like a Barbie and look like a Barbie either. You know what I mean? Like at a certain point too, like, you know, the things I would have worn in my 20s, I'm not going to wear now. You know what I mean? I don't have to. What are you doing?
Oh, wait, they said, now Caramel Apple, you know he can't be at the gate. He has to be at least 100 feet away.
Oh my goodness, you guys are funny. Wow.
I cannot. And it's not even funny, but it's funny.
It's not. Yeah, it really. I mean, what he's accused of is horrible. You know. But once again, she made that choice.
She made that choice.
Nobody was giving her a hard time about any other person that she's dated.
Right.
You know. And so it's just like, I mean, it's easy to take those shots because she brought him into it. Like,
right.
I mean, he married literally like the biggest rapper in the world, you know. Right. So she has like millions of followers, and so everybody has an opinion on that. And if she doesn't want to hear it or it hurts her feelings, she needs to go and get some counseling to learn how to process that information.
Right.
She can't use it when it's to, you know, promote and you know, give her props. she's got to take the negative with it too. All
Right.
entertainers do. Everybody doesn't have nice things to say about Beyonce, you know,
Right.
but she doesn't have to respond, and she doesn't. You
She
know,
never does, you know.
she
Yeah.
never does. That's all she keeps doing is working and putting out more. She lets her talent and her music speak for itself, and that's what Nicki is missing. She
And
needs to let
I'll
her
say this,
talent.
you know, I think to me the greatest two people that I love is Candy Burris and Beyonce.
Yeah.
Beyonce is not going to respond, and Candy Burris is going to turn into a money making situation for her.
Yes, she is. Yes, she is. And I love when she was even on the reunion, Candy was like, she goes, if you go low, I'm not Michelle Obama, I'm gonna go low too, you know?
Yep.
But once again, she's gonna make a profit.
Right.
Okay.
Hey,
She's gonna
Shady.
find a way, you
Right.
know? I love that. Yep.
Right. Well, I'm getting off of here. It was so good to talk to you again, Cindy.
Too. And hopefully we'll be back soon. How long is the season
Yes.
of this Love and Hip Hop gonna be on? Do you know?
I don't
Isn't
know.
it almost done?
I don't know. I just saw.
Okay.
Oh, I think I put this in here too. Hold on. Did I put it? Did I send it to myself?
Speaking of send something, can you send me in the back channel those two things with the girls, the basketball wives? I love them.
Oh yeah, I'll send it to you on Instagram.
Okay, thank you. I have to have the I'm around. That's going to be good forever. Okay, it's good forever.
Because that is hilarious.
Yes.
Hold on, let me send this to myself real quick.
Oh, thank you, Chi-Town. I miss you guys too. It was so fun. So, Deb, I'm gonna let you look for it. I'm gonna drop down so you can close out your show. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
All right. Bye, guys.
All right. Let me bring this up. Wait, where does it go? Copy this. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to send this to myself. Okay, here we go. All right, I wish Cindy would have stayed up here because it's gonna be my favorite part of the whole damn chat. But look at my girl, y'all. Look at my girl, Brandy Maxia. She got her green screen popping. Oh, let me put the music off. Look at my girl, y'all. Looking good in the confessionals. Make sure you guys stay tuned for me and Cindy C in our Basketball Wives reviews, because it definitely goes down during those reviews, y'all. Thank you guys for joining me today for this video. I'm gonna hit up the candy shop because I don't know if we're doing a live tonight or not. But yes, beautiful. Okay, Shay, okay, just simply, I like her hair. Brandy is looking good. Okay, this is my girl forever. This is a no Brandy slander channel. Mace, where you at? Okay. Dola, where you at? Because look at my girl. She is looking so good. She's looking so good. And I think she's going to be having the seat by whoever's doing the interviews for the reunion this year, because the caption does say, it says, went from shocked to laughing to I don't want to be here when they told me how many pages of interview questions I had to do. So I think my girl going to be sitting by the people on the show for the interview. Well, I want to end it on a high note with my girl Brandy. Y'all, if y'all have not already done this, subscribe to the channel. Turn on your notifications. Make sure you turn them on all so we get notified every time I go live. Hold on, let me take this off. Okay, I see that she's doing more cooking and let's test. Chi-Town, let's not. I want to take that wrench away and put you in timeout. But make sure you guys turn on your notifications. Make sure you turn them on. Also, you're notified every time I go live. Like the video, share the video, comment in the comment section, and keep me in the algorithm, y'all. Tell a friend or two because it's good for you. Okay, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thank y'all for joining me. I will see y'all later. Bye.